from Tomlinson Stadium in Ellensburg, Washington. It's time for Lone Star Conference Digital Network play. It's the Angelo State Rams visiting the Central Washington Wildcats. The Rams defending Lone Star Conference champions, and Wildcats ranked second in the preseason polls. The 1A state championship, well, it belongs to Royal as the dynasty continues, and the Knights get their 12th overall state championship and third state championship in a row. The one before that belonging to COVID. 49-7 our final. Catching it at the 15, Tyler Flanagan. Flanagan makes some room. He's at the 50. Flanagan off to the races. The 20, the 10, and Tyler Flanagan returns it for a touchdown.
Welcome to Ellensburg, Eastern New Mexico. Their first trip to Ellensburg.
Extended 21-16 with the PAT on their opening possession in this second half. Trajan Henderson, you want to know why he was picked as the Lone Star Conference preseason Offensive Player of the Year? Well, look at your screen.
There's your answer.
So a conversion here would really solidify that. As Lemming goes to the far side in the flat, it's Cook. Cook, dynamic as he's into the end zone. Marcus Cook for the 44-yard touchdown. Strike a pose.
What injury? He looks 100% out there.
And then you see a very familiar name, Johnny Navarro, with the turnover belt. And I asked Coach, how did that start? And he started in the spring ball. That was what they won, and somehow turned into the turnover belt, as Fisk is a big fan of WWE, and Tyler Flanagan refusing to go down turns that into a first down. Allred takes this one himself, fakes everyone out, and Royal draws first blood. Allred takes it in 12 yards for 6 points.
You get a job with the ball fake there and getting the linebackers to be on their heels a little bit to see whether or not he's handing that ball off to Ellis or not. When he pulls it, he's able to wind his way straight up field into the end zone for the first score for the Knights.
Allred has already showed a lot as a quarterback. That last play to set up the touchdown, he made his first read very quick out to the sideline. But he's very jittery, can do a lot with his legs, and he does it there on the design run up the middle.
Anderson Brown knocks it in for point number 7 as Allred gets his 18th touchdown of this season. It's 7-0 here in the first quarter. You're watching the 1A state championships from Husky Stadium. Back, and they're going for 2, make up for lost time. JJ Lemming going to go through the air. Right down in the back of the end zone, knocking on the back door. Darius Morrison for 2, the 2-point conversion.
Just kind of stood there in the back. Just so I'm going to find this hole in the back of the end zone, and they're going to forget about me, and they did.
And both feet set.
Yep.
How about that in Lemming, using 6'6" frame to be able to see over everybody.
Exactly.
As Morrison, a little bit of redemption as a ball he thought he caught. Very close, great call, and we have a holding on Montana Tech, but of course the points were made. Wipe it out. Morrison in the back of the end zone, like a dog on the back door, scratching to get in.
Hello,
and Morrison got in for 2. Yeah, your children, as you refer to them.
Yes. My second batch of children.
Yeah, the second batch of children. The ones that don't talk back to you.
That's right.
So 4th down, Mickelson going, and that is a touchdown. Hero Patterson scoring on the Knights for the first time since any team has done since October, and Lakeside gets on the board here in the 1A state championships.
And that's great for Patterson and Mickelson, both seniors, and getting a chance to get into the end zone during the state championship game as part of their senior campaign.
Noah Hamilton with the kick, and a fun story as the kick is up and through. It's 35-7 after the score. And twin brothers, as we have Noah and Liam Hamilton, twin brothers, and they're actually nationally ranked kicker and long snapper.
Oh, okay. That is fun. You know, they've probably been practicing in the basement for years.
Tanner, you guys on defense doing enough as well as on special teams. Just talk about what was said this week, a complete 180 where you guys say you believe in yourself, and this week we saw that.
No, yeah, we knew last week wasn't a standard of this team.
It's on so much, and to turn a 4th and 1 for them into a 1st and 10 for you guys off of that, it was a huge momentum swing.
Yeah, I think, we always talk about offensively, if you get into big drives, long drives, and they go over 8-10 plays, you got as big an opportunity to make a mistake as they do.
In the Seattle Times the other day to mention how athletes do better after school because of that opportunity. And I'm so happy about Title IX because when I was a kid, they didn't have that. And as I was in business, I saw young ladies coming into the workplace, and they were so much better.
Well, can't argue with that. Well, thank you so much. You're laying the path for those that come after you. So the Steve Hertling Field, you just heard from Steve Hertling himself. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Second half coming up. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. On behalf of Central Washington Athletics, Lone Star Network, Jeff Morrow, and executive producer Jared Brashears, I'm Jamie Council. Thanks for spending your night with us. Have a great night.